Welcome to Sense and Nonsense A to Z, where we pick topics based off of the letter of the day. Today is episode 12 of season 2, featuring the letter L.
We're family and we're your hosts, AT and Z. So let's get started. We have a Lithuanian hello today. Labas.
Labas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty. We just had Halloween. How many trick-or-treaters did you get?
1.
Are you ready for how many I had?
Sure.
Zipola.
Oh, man.
Not a one. And we all had our lights on, and all the lights, next across the street, next door. It was bright in our area right here. Nothing.
It was raining here.
Oh.
And we only had a couple people who had lights on the street, so it wasn't especially inviting, but just one little girl.
Yeah. So anything going on with you?
My dryer broke.
Oh.
I know. Yesterday I spent like all day getting it swapped out. And I'm really disappointed because this set that I had just gotten is not very old. It's only like 5 years old. And it's broken already. And this is the second set that I have gotten in like 12 years. And the first set, the washer broke.
Right.
And this time the dryer broke.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, it's time to go with another company. The next time something happens, I'm buying a different brand.
Yeah. Your brand was starting with an S, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that for these appliances anymore. They have burned me twice. So
do you use dryer sheets or do you use like something else?
I use dryer sheets and fabric softener.
Okay. Alrighty. Because I just got them. Wool balls.
Yeah, we have them too. They only last so long. They get on my nerves. They get stuck in pant legs and the arms. Yeah, the arms and stuff. And if you have to take them out if you put any like sheets or blankets or anything in. And they're a great idea. They're a big pain in the butt practically though.
Oh, well, I'm trying them.
Yeah, give them a shot. I mean, I did it for years, but I do so much laundry that it's a big pain in my butt now. So I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I hear you. I just heard about something real quick since we just had Halloween too.
Yeah.
There's a company in Massachusetts that makes candy corn and had to do a big recall because apparently there's eggs in their candy corn.
What?
And eggs is not in the ingredient list on the packaging.
Oh no, that's bad news.
That could almost be dangerous,
No, it could absolutely be dangerous because I would never have expected candy corn to have eggs in it.
No, I mean, I always thought it was just like a lot of sugar.
Sugar, xanthan gum, dye. That's like it, right?
Right, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Did you vote yet?
No, I haven't voted yet. I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, I did the mail-in thing.
Oh, I vote in person.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy. You fill out the form. You just got to follow everything to a T, though.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, put this in the inside envelope. Don't tear this off. And, but our Dropbox is like right at the library, so it's a piece of cake.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I've done that already, so I'm good to go.
That's good. I have a couple of early voting sites near me, so that's what I do. Usually pretty quick and easy.
In and out, right? That's cool.
Yeah. Time for a word game?
Okay.
All right.
I have my envelope.
Okay, you start, right?
Yeah, I'll start.
Okay.
Uh-oh. It's my turn to hold my head.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about making faces.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Steps.
Ladder.
Oh my God. That's a 5er. That's a 5er.
Good start. Good start.
Right. My next one was going to be portable. I was like, she'll get it on this one, I think.
Okay.
Good.
Think. Ready?
Oh, I thought that was my clue. Think.
Go. Ready?
Ready.
Soup.
Lemon?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's hysterical. See how this all ties together?
I know. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Oh, and for our listeners,
yes,
the reason that makes sense, you'll find out why later. But we were talking about it before we did this. So that's why.
Okay. Italian. Yeah.
There are lots of Italian L's. Lasagna.
Oh my God. Yes.
Are you serious?
No, yeah. My next one was going to be casserole. Yep. Good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right on.
I was like, when you said there's so many, I was saying to myself, just pick one for God's sakes, and I'll just give you another clue.
Not necessary.
Yeah, that was good. So that was another $5. All right, you're up.
Okay. Sheep.
Lamb.
Yay.
Oh, yay.
All right.
All right. Oh, yeah, my turn. Twizzlers.
Licorice.
Yes.
All right.
We're still in Halloween mode, I guess.
I know.
That's why I was giggling.
Oh.
Oh boy.
It's not that it's hard, but it might be hard in one.
Okay.
Flower.
Lilac.
Soothing.
Lavender.
Yes.
Wow. That was a 50-50 shot between lavender and lilac.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, that wasn't too bad.
No, that was good. That was good. I kind of figured it would have to be a 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Breakfast.
Lunch.
Yes.
All right.
That was an easy one. Oh.
Yes, people, I am making a big face right now.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Necklace.
Lace. Oh, I think
Medallion.
Locket.
Locket.
Yeah, I should have came up with locket the first time though. As soon as I said lace, I was like, oh no, it's locket.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that wasn't bad. That was bad. That's a 4. We're doing okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my last one.
Okay.
Of course, the last one's going to be a tough one. Timbers.
Lumber.
Oh my God. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right. Good clue.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 43 again.
We're tied for our best score.
Yep.
Nice
Yep. Just
job.
like it was G word that we had the 43. So G word and L word.
Nice.
I had my doubts about L because there's just so many words with L, right?
Yeah. We did good.
Yeah. Excellent. Good job.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
You too.
Yeah.
So I have one more
Okay.
word here that we're used to parlay into our Think Of segment, and it is light. Light.
Okay. Okay. Me first?
Sure.
Light bulb.
Lighthouse.
Good one. I like them.
Yeah, I know. That's why
It's
I'm surprised you didn't say that first.
It's a thing with me.
Yeah.
Late years.
Nice.
Light year. Yeah.
What about lightning?
Good. Light switch.
Mm-hmm. House lights.
Okay. Featherlight.
Ooh. Headlight.
Good one. Light meter.
Very good. Spotlight.
Good one. Yeah. Light outlet.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. Light fixture.
Good. Do we
Yeah.
say light switch already?
Yes.
Bright light.
Blue light.
Black light.
Lightweight.
Nice. UV light.
That's a good one. How about a tea light? The candles.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. How about a Bud Light?
Good. Yes. And Michelob Light and et cetera, et cetera. How about lighthearted?
Nice. Very good. Lightfoot.
Good. Why don't we wrap that up?
All right.
We have a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
All
I hope you guys played at home.
I hope so too. And if you like that segment, remember to follow us on Facebook and leave us a comment, keeping it about PG-16.
Yes, please.
And let us know what you think of when you think of light.
I got one more.
Okay.
Light speed.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes.
I'm still thinking.
Me too.
I've got 10 questions.
Fantastic.
Okay, L edition.
All right.
First question's easy.
Okay.
Liver?
No.
Oh, man. To think I used to eat it when I was a kid.
I think, but that was a thing then.
I know.
Not anymore.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay, second question. Do you feel lucky?
Bunk. No, not really.
Neither.
No.
Me neither.
No.
If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
I don't think that's the case for me, but I don't feel unlucky.
Okay.
But I'm not like Sean, who steps in it no matter what, everywhere it goes. And that's something that I equate with lucky, because I do know some people who are like that.
Oh, I do too. As a matter of fact, the girl works with me.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's like a grab bag or something, and it's like a company event and everybody has their business cards, she always gets it. Always.
There you go.
It's crazy. I say this all the time. If there's something that I have 99 of my business cards in and somebody has one, that one will be picked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. How are you doing with raking leaves this time of season?
Well, I don't like it.
I hate it.
I was just thinking about it yesterday. Last year, I swept them. I didn't use a rake.
Did you really?
Because raking is like a terrible system. I don't know who came up with this as a good idea.
Yeah.
But
do you have a leaf blower?
I don't have a leaf blower. I'm just going to have the lawnmower guy run over them and be done with it.
Yeah, mulch them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it's actually good for your grass.
Yeah.
Mulch them up. Yeah.
It's constant for like the longest time. They just keep falling.
I know. Absolutely. When you're done, then there's a big windstorm and it's like, oh, here we go again.
I know. Or it rains real hard.
Or it rains.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Next question is, do you wear real leather?
I do. I
do too.
I have things and I shan't be giving them up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too. As much as I love animals, which I really, really do, I do love leather.
I don't have a ton of things, but I do have things.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a coat and a couple jackets. Yeah. Okay. When you're listening to music, do you make up your own lyrics?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh God, I've done that forever. Hubby's worse at it. Well,
he is terrible.
And then it's like, these are the real words. If you hear the song again, he'll use his lyrics instead of the real ones.
I know. When I was little, folks.
Yeah, he's always done it.
We used to ride in a truck, and I would be in the middle.
Yeah.
And so I'd be right there, and he would be singing, especially AC/DC. AC/DC is the worst. Just making up his own stuff the whole time.
He does it to this day. Yep.
No, I am a lyric nerd. I want to know what the real ones are. I don't make up my own.
Right. Well, I do it for fun. I do like the real ones. Don't get me wrong, but I'll do it for fun.
That song Benny and the Jets.
Sure.
People make up their own words to that all the time because you can't understand Elton. For the longest time, I didn't know what he was saying.
Okay.
But there is a movie I think it's called 27 Dresses
Okay.
with Katherine Heigl and Jimmy Marsden. And they sing their versions of Benny and the Jets.
Really?
And it's very funny. Yes.
That happens to be a song that I do know the lyrics to.
Yes, I do know
You know?
now. I know it now. Yeah,
I always have. I used to play that on the piano, by the way.
Oh, well, if you
That
had
song.
the sheet music, it's got the words on it.
I had the
so
words
there you
on
go.
it, so I knew the words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you wear when you lounge around?
My clothes.
I don't go naked. Is that what
No,
you're trying to tell me?
I am not a nudist. My son absolutely is a nudist, but I'm not. I've
You don't
always
change
been a
clothes just
person.
to lounge around. You just whatever you're wearing for the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people change. You know.
I know. Some people
Yeah.
change as soon as they get home from work.
I know.
Or
I don't
whatever.
do that.
I
don't do
never
that.
have.
Well, unless I was wearing a suit or something. If I was
Right,
wearing
right.
Yeah. If I was wearing something formal or
Mhm.
yeah, I'd go back in my jeans or
Yeah.
you know my shorts, whatever I was wearing.
Yeah. I guess I'm a pretty comfortable dresser, so I just don't.
Yeah. Okay. Which lettuce do you prefer in your salad?
Iceberg.
Do you really? You like iceberg?
I love the crisp, the coolness
I
of
like
it.
it too. I like it too.
really do.
Yeah. I prefer romaine, but I
Mhm.
do like iceberg too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I just had a salad yesterday and I have both in it.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So the lottery's up there.
It is.
What number gets your attention enough to start playing a couple of tickets?
100 million.
Yeah, the 3-digit, right?
Yeah, the 3-digit ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that gets my attention.
Yeah.
As if a million wouldn't work, right?
Well,
it doesn't. It
it's
doesn't
never a million.
inspire
is it?
me to go get a ticket at a million.
No.
No.
But the thing is that, okay, so the cash payout, which is what I would get,
Oh yeah, me too.
is always like half.
Yeah, of course.
So if you starting at 40, not that 20 isn't great, but when
Yeah.
you think about it, if you land 20 million bucks, the family is going to be like, hey, you're going to
How
want to
you
do
doing?
something for the family, right? So by the time you're done doing everything with the family, what are you left with? So,
yeah, well,
you know, you got to make it kind of worth it. If you're on your own,
yeah,
go for it. But
yeah.
knowing that I'm going to have to dish for the fam,
You're right.
I'd like to have something left over.
Okay, next question. We're up to number 9. Your favorite liqueur?
Well, I haven't thought about this in ages.
I know.
I think I want to go with Bailey's Irish Cream.
Oh, I love it. And in your coffee, that's like the best.
Mm-hmm,
I throw a little of that in, a little real cream.
mm-hmm.
I'm good to go.
So
Yeah.
good.
Oh, so good.
I think a close second might be Kahlua.
Kahlua is great too.
Mhm.
I'm with you on these.
Yeah, like those creamy ones.
Me too.
That go
Yep.
good and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to do this all the time.
Okay.
Get a butterscotch schnapps and put it in hot chocolate.
Mm. Oh,
That's really good too around Christmas time. Yummy.
It's coming up.
I know.
Yeah. It's right around the corner, really. Okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Suntan lotion SPF. What's your number?
5,000.
Over 100, huh?
Well, I'm pretty good with 100. I
Yeah.
try and go 100.
Do you?
Yeah, because you know, you see my Bitmoji. I'm
Yeah.
like translucent. I'm white as a ghost. I'm the whitest Greek I know. I lost all the melanin in my skin when I hit puberty. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't know.
But
I don't know.
I burn so easily now.
Yeah.
I did good this last year. I
Did
did
you?
really good, but as you can tell,
Small
it's all
doses,
gone
right?
again. Yeah, it's all gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually go without suntan lotion.
I know.
I have that type of skin, but if I do, I usually do like 15 just for a little protection. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not me. And I also douse the kid, you
Well,
know. But
yeah.
his is usually like 50, 75, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, he's got light skin. He doesn't have the olive skin.
No. Is
Okay.
that it?
That's it.
That's it
That-
for Elle?
That was 10. Yeah, that flew by. You know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you asked, we had a little kind of a licorice question.
Yeah.
What,
Twizzlers.
what is your favorite flavor
Cherry.
Yeah, of course it was going to be cherry, right?
Of course.
Cherry everything is your favorite.
Yes.
You don't like black licorice, do you?
I do not.
Me either.
No, it's got to be red. Cherry or strawberry? Strawberry is good too.
I actually don't like licorice.
I'm not a big licorice fan either. I used to be when I was a kid. You know, and you take the shoelaces and you tie them up and you tie it up and then you eat them, you know? Yeah.
We used to use them as straws.
Oh, did you really?
And then when you're done, you eat it. But I never ate mine. I just used it as a straw and then chuck it. I don't like it. And what really bothers me about I don't like licorice root either. And that's in a lot of like medicinal teas. Like,
yes.
You know, and for sore throats and stuff. And they're always like, oh, drink tea with licorice root. And I'm like, I hate that flavor. Right. I hate it. Why can't you make a sore throat tea or a cold tea without that friggin' licorice root in it?
So I guess you don't like ouzo either, too. Or
I do not like ouzo. Besides the fact they'll burn a hole in your stomach.
It will.
I don't like the flavor of it, no.
And your throat.
It's really weird when you put water in it. It turns milky. It's so weird that happens.
Well, you don't. You just drink it straight, really.
I know you just blow it back, thing. But
I have not had one of those in a long time.
I used to see Papu do those.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah,
it was a thing when we were little kids. It was a thing. You know, New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
it was a New Year's Eve thing.
Yeah,
and Mom would have these little shot glasses. They're real tiny.
Yeah,
but it was like, okay, everybody, Happy New Year. Everybody drink a little ouzo. You know, it's like we're little kids down in a little ouzo, but you know, a tablespoon's not going to hurt you. But,
oh no, but cough medicine has more liquor in it than ouzo does.
Exactly.
Or it did back in the day,
or just as much.
Yeah, just as much. How come everything that you're supposed to do on New Year's, like all the traditional things, are disgusting? Like the same thing as like when my mom's side with the pickled herring. It's like, oh my God, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever smelled in my life. Why is this good luck to eat this on New Year's? I
don't know. It's funny, you know what? Because I was doing a little research for my L questions.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about asking you about laundry, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to ask her about laundry. Even though we did bring it up before with your dryer.
Yeah.
But what they're saying is doing laundry on New Year's Eve is bad luck.
You're kidding me.
No, that's a thing. It's a thing. It like washes away all the goodness and that sort of thing.
What if you had a crappy year? I would think washing your laundry is like a fresh start.
You know? Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Good question.
I have some sports for us.
Okay.
All right. So first, congratulations to the Houston Astros for taking the World Series in 6 games from the Phillies.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. And check this out. First time since 2013 that a team has clinched the World Series at home. I know. They do it on the road. The last time was in Boston in 2013.
Wow.
Isn't that wild? A couple other firsts happened too. In Game 4, Houston had a combined no-hitter, which was never done in World Series history. It involved 4 pitchers, but it's still considered a no-hitter. However, Don Larson's record still stands with the only perfect game in World Series history. It was done in Game 5 in 1956. He pitched a perfect complete game for the Yankees against the Brooklyn Dodgers. So if you ever see that iconic photo of Yogi Berra and he's hugging a pitcher, it's the end of that game.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
So it was a rough night for Philadelphia. They are the first city ever to lose 2 championships in one day.
Ooh.
Not only did they lose the World Series, right?
Yeah.
But with professional soccer, the Philadelphia Union lost their championship to LA.
Ouch.
Like, ouch. I know. Big time.
Yeah.
So on a quick NFL note, the Giants were off. They had their bye week. But the New York Jets beat the Buffalo Bills, who are arguably the best team in the AFC.
Wow.
Final
you must
score
be
was
excited.
20. Oh, it was a great game. The final score was 2017, which brings the Jets record to 6-3. And after the game, I had a little notification on my phone.
Yeah.
And it was an article that had just obviously been written that said, Jets defense is no fluke.
Wow.
So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I said a wow a lot in that segment. There are a lot of wows going on.
It's a lot of wow.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to mention in this segment that it is Movember, which stands for mustaches in November.
Right.
Because a lot of athletes do it. They grow their mustache to raise awareness for men's health issues like prostate and testicular cancer.
Right.
So I just wanted to say happy Movember, all the men out there.
Let's support the men.
Absolutely.
They support the women in May.
That's
we have
right.
To support them in November or Movember. Yeah.
Movember. Okay, it's time for Pineapple Corner.
All right. We have another Halloween themed episode too, back to back.
So we did vampires last week, so we got to do werewolves this week.
That's right. Let's get hairy.
Season 4, episode 8. The cold open is in 1989. There's a coyote howling and a full moon, and Sean and Gus are scouts off trail in the woods.
Yeah.
And something freaks them out, and they run into Henry, and the boys say they just heard werewolves. And Henry says the mind can convince itself of almost anything when fear is involved. And that's actually spot on. That's true.
Yeah.
But then he goes on to say, but fear does not exist in this dojo, does it, boys? And that's from the Karate Kid. And then there are more animal sounds. And then he's like, okay, we're out of here.
Where do we hear that? At the end of our episode every time.
That's exactly right.
We're out of here.
So in the present day, the guys are getting ready to watch the Royal Rumble, and they're playing with dolls.
This is my favorite part. He comes in with Hacksaw
Jim Duggan.
Jim Duggan, that's right.
Winner of the first Rumble in 1988. He's old school, and he's even got the 2x4. He's got a popsicle stick taped to his hand.
I know. Yep.
And then Gus is rocking Sylvester Ritter, a.k.a.
Junkyard Dog.
And he's got thump on his butt, and he's got a dog collar. And then they look at the dolls and they decide this has got to be the last year. We can't do
this. Yeah, this has got to be the last year we do the dolls. Yeah.
There's creepy, cover them up. Yeah. So Stuart Gimbley comes in, who is Joshua Molina, walks in, and he's all kinds of desperate for their services. He wants them to lock him up and observe his behavior overnight because he thinks he is a lichen/werewolf. And they're his last hope. And he whips out a gun, and they're like, whoa.
This is for your protection.
Exactly. And he's got a bunch of silver bullets.
That's funny.
And he said that he went to the cops and told them to put him in a cell. But the detective he spoke to said jail is for criminals, not delusional wackadoos.
What does this guy look like?
And this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
So he goes, imagine Robert Goulet dressed like Mr. Bean playing the Scarecrow in a summer stock production of The Wizard of Oz dedicated to Tony Randall.
And I got to tell you, there's so many times he does remind me of Tony Randall.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And Sean seems particularly impressed with the accuracy of this description.
Right. So obviously he's talking about Lassiter.
Exactly. Yeah. So the guy thinks he killed a lamb, so he needs these guys to lock him up and bind him the best that they can.
Because of the full moon.
And he'll pay thrice their normal rate.
I'm not doing this for half price.
That means 3 times. I've heard it both ways. No, you haven't. So they decide they need the money, and they'll throw him in the corner while they're watching the rumble. And they tie him up with duct tape and kite string. So Stu is completely sweating it out under the full moon.
He's watching the moon.
Yeah. And the guys are passed out after the rumble, and their front window breaks. Stu is gone, and there is what appears to be animal fur on the shards of the window. So
it's making you think that this guy is a wolf.
So they cut to 2 hunters getting killed in the woods while they're tracking a deer. And Stu winds up naked near them the next morning, and they were mauled by some kind of animal. Right. But we go to the police station, and Lassie winds up telling them he works at this place called Occultopus.
Yeah.
And then they have Jules run that hair, and Gus is like, we need to know whether it came from a wolf or a were hybrid. And Sean goes, this could be a matter of life and death or mange. She goes, okay. So they go to Occultopus and they talk to Willow, who is Stu's sister. And Sean introduces them as Sean Spencer and my associate, Ron Davis, aka Bob Adams, known to his coven simply as Rich Fingerland. And then she goes to Gus, you're a warlock? And he goes, no, but Halle Berry calls me Black Magic.
And what's great is she does call him Black Magic later, too.
She does, like with no sarcasm or nothing, like totally straight.
Right.
So she tells them that Stu was bitten and he's been acting strange ever since. She's not surprised. He thinks he's a lichen. He's been blacking out and acting weird. And she also tells them that Stu has a therapy group that he used to be close to. And he's been under this doctor's care for over a year. So Henry calls Sean and he says he needs him to bring him a 36-hour survival basket with 2 ham sandwiches on stone ground wheat, mustard, no mayo, and plenty of electrolyte liquids, and a flashlight ASAP.
Right.
He's in a challenge with a former nemesis, and he's trying to get something that he deserves.
And the guy next to him has the pineapple water bottle.
Good job spotting it.
I had to watch it on the computer and stop frames every so often. Then I found it.
Yeah.
And it does show up twice. This scene and the scene when they come back and actually bring him the cooler.
The challenge is a hands-on gas guzzler challenge for a new truck, and the last man standing drives it home. And Tom Wilson plays Butch Zielinski, who is Henry's nemesis, and he was Biff in Back to the Future, and he was also in a movie called Let's Get Harry in 1986.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow.
So just like in the last one, this episode sucks, there's tons of pop culture references in this episode.
Yeah.
So back in the psych office, Sean goes through Stu's bag and he sees he's on schizophrenia medication. And Gus tells him it also...
He also takes his aftershave, whatever he had.
Yeah. He tells him that medication also reduces aggression. And Ken Tucker is his psychiatrist, and he's played by David Naughton, who was the American Werewolf in London.
How about that?
So, I mean, just there's ties and references all over the place.
Right.
Sean uses Gus's phone to take some pictures of patient files, and there's a picture of Gus with a koala named Ruiz on his phone. And I had to mention this because we just talked about koalas in our last episode. Oh my God.
That it was the K word.
It was a K word, yeah.
And I could not get it. I could not get it. I ended up getting it in foreclosed.
But he makes a yearly donation, and he was not embarrassed by snuggling Ruiz.
Right.
So the doctor is into taxidermy, and he tells Jules and Lassie that Stu has an active imagination, and he's a troubled young man who is becoming increasingly emotional and could be blurring the lines between reality and a darker fantasy. And it's a little bit scary because Stu winds up in the psych office dirty, naked, and branded. And he's just got balloons. Covering
Another one of my favorite scenes is when the balloons start popping.
Yeah. Gus is like, we need to take care of this wardrobe situation.
Exactly. And so as he walks away, the balloons keep popping.
Yeah. That balloons is from An American Werewolf in London as well. And Gus makes him put on his Dwayne Wayne costume from last year at Halloween. And he does it impossibly fast. And they're like, that was impossibly fast. So Stu tells him that a woman in his therapy group sessions, known as a Black Widow, her name is Palexia Lee, threatened Dr. Tucker in one of their group sessions. And this changed everything for Sean. At this moment, he decides Stu is innocent.
Right.
And he's going to send him back to Occultopus to hang out with his sister. Right. And Gus is like, Sean, the man is wanted for double homicide and first-degree lamb slaughter.
Right.
So Jules does call Sean and tells him that the hair is authentic wolf hair.
Right.
And they drop the cooler off to Henry, and there are only 10 people left in the contest. And Zielinski busts his chops for getting a care package. And Henry says, hey, my son is a 5'10" psychic detective. And Sean's like, what does my height have to do with anything? And he's like, your daughter's just mean-spirited. And he's like, she's an uncompromising chef. And he goes, she makes sandwiches at Sub-Zero, and she refuses to hear me when I say no mayo.
No mayo. And he says, that's my girl.
Yeah. So they break into Dr. Tucker's office and find that he's been giving Stu horse tranquilizers to knock him out. And he's got a receipt for a $5,000 taxidermy project. And Gus says that the only way that anything would cost $5,000 would be if it was big, like a moose head or a cougar or a gray wolf.
Oh, gray wolf. Now we're putting it all together.
Yes. So he sees that in Stu's file, the doctor says he's been worsening. He's ravaged by delusions and uncontrollable homicidal impulses. So he's laying the groundwork for Stu to take this fall. He's also having an affair with Palexia, aka the Black Widow. So Sean figures that Dr. Tucker is going to kill the Black Widow and frame Stu for it, so she can't cost him his marriage or his practice because they are having an affair. So they go track them both down to Duran Duran's Hungry Like a Wolf.
I love that.
I love it too. It's so perfect.
Yep.
I love this show so much because all of the things that I grew up with and loved are the things that they grew up with and loved. So they're all in these series. So we're back to Henry.
Yes.
And there's not many people left. It's him, this germaphobe that Sean told him about, and the Zelensky fellow. And he goes over and he squeezes right in her face, boy. And she just cannot handle it.
No.
She takes off. And before COVID, I thought this was hilarious. But after COVID, I'm like, oh.
No, not a good thing.
No, I'm like, Henry, that was a horrible thing to do. So Palexia is walking home from work and she's taking a shortcut through the woods. And Dr. Tucker obviously knows her route, and he finds her and confronts her, and they kind of face off. And he's going to drug her and murder her. But Jules intercepts before he can
She's
kill
such
her.
a badass, I'll tell you.
Badass.
I love it.
And then they find Stu and this taxidermy wolf pelt that Sean puts on. He does the whole breakdown. And Stu is just naked in a wheelbarrow wearing a diaper.
Why do I feel like a baby? Well, because you're wearing a diaper.
Exactly. So they wrap that up, and then they go back and wait to see the outcome of Henry's contest here. And at dawn, Zelensky tells them that the truck is for orphans, and he gives them the sad story
with the nun.
And then Henry can't withstand it, so he lets it go. And Sean says, you know, you ought to be proud of yourself. And he goes, he brought a nun, Sean. Sometimes you have to give one up for the team.
That's right.
But it's a fun episode. And there's so much more even that goes on. And there's so many references. And when Sean and Gus go to see Henry and they bring him the cooler and they're talking to him, he's like, where have you been? And Sean's like, we have a case, the likes of which our firm or something has never seen.
That's every week. Yeah. A lot of good moments.
A lot of good stuff.
I have a couple things in the news that just came up.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about Taylor Swift. She just released her new album called Midnights on October 21st. She's the first artist ever to have all top 10 spots in the 64-year history of Billboard's Hot 100.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Her number one song is called Anti-Hero, and she just surpassed Drake, who had 9 of the 10 spots back in September of 2021.
How about that?
Isn't that incredible?
Sounds like that's becoming a thing now.
Yeah, because the
album comes
the
out.
way that they the way that they release the albums.
Yeah.
The other thing I have is Lidl. They have these chocolate bunnies. I guess it's for Easter.
Yeah.
And they're like covered with gold foil.
Okay.
Well, Lindt, the chocolate candy company, has had several courtroom battles over the years. Well, they just won a decision by a Swiss federal court against the German retailer Lidl because they look too much alike. And this lawsuit dates back to 2018. But here's the point. It's a trademark violation, and Lidl was told to destroy their inventory of these chocolate bunnies. The court also said that getting rid of the bunnies, it may not be wasteful. You can recycle them, so you can make them into something else. So I looked all over, and I'm like, okay, so this lawsuit dates back to 2018. So Were they not allowed to sell all these bunnies since 2018? Because now these bunnies are what, 4 years old, if they were told not to sell these bunnies. And are you telling me that you want them to recycle these 4-year-old bunnies? Oh, and by the way, how many bunnies are we talking about? So that I don't have the answers for, but it's like, you got to come up with a different way. Give them away or something, you know?
Yeah, why?
I don't get it. I really don't get it. But the court suggested that maybe to, recycle them.
A manufacturer can't do that. They cannot take a product that they have already made and decide to melt it back down and make something else out of it.
I don't know how old these bunnies are because it's nowhere to be found. You don't do that to old chocolate anyway.
You don't do that at all because there are lots associated with it. That would be a nightmare to try and control the ingredients of each lot.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
Melt it all together?
No.
That's why sometimes courts have no business making suggestions like that because they have no idea how these practices work. This is a trademark case, not a how to manufacture stuff case. Yeah. So the judge has no idea what they're talking about when they're making this recommendation.
All I can say is, all right, you're not allowed to sell them, then give them away. Don't destroy them. That's ridiculous. For It's Greek to Me, we're going to head into the Greek kitchen.
Yay!
So I'm going to talk about lemon soup. In Greek, it's called avgolemono. You'll see recipes online. It'll say lemon egg soup or egg and lemon soup or even lemon chicken soup. It comes from 2 Greek words, avgo, which is egg, and lemoni, which is lemon. So avgolemono is the name of the soup. Real easy recipe. It's half an onion, a couple cloves of garlic. So you chop them, saute them in olive oil, of course, right? In a large pot. Then you add chicken broth, a ton of chicken broth, some bay leaves, and you can use rice, but we always use orzo. Cook that up. And then if you want, you can add chicken. My mom never added chicken. It was always an orzo soup, really. And then in a bowl, you beat up your eggs until they're frothy. And then you always use fresh squeezed lemons, always. And it almost sounds like, oh, is it really going to be lemony? And it's like, no, it's just a real nice, subtle flavor. The lemons and the eggs together. So anyway, of course, you temper them first with a cup of the hot broth, and then you add that to the batch. And, little salt, little pepper, and then garnish it with a couple slices of lemon, just so it looks pretty, and maybe a little fresh parsley. And it makes a great soup.
Really? I've never had that.
It's creamy. It's creamy because of the orzo, too.
How about that?
But it's a nice soup. And then, of course, if you have a gluten situation, you can do gluten-free something in there rather than the orzo.
Yeah.
All
right.
So, avgolemono.
And before we go, I'd just like to give a shout out to my dad because it was his birthday last week. So happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, big bro. And by the way, it's the other bro's name day too. So happy name day to the other big bro.
Absolutely. Happy name day to my uncle.
Yes.
We're going to take a little bit of a break for about a week, and we'll come back on November 22nd for a special Thanksgiving episode, including the letter M.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that everybody knows that. So
taking a week off.
Yeah.
A well-deserved week off, believe me. So the other thing we want to impress upon everybody is to please go out and vote.
Vote. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to tell your friends and follow us on Facebook at Sense and Nonsense A to Z, all one word. And if you're listening on YouTube, remember to like our episode, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit the notification bell. Ding, 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 to get notified of each episode as it becomes available.
Just like Henry said in Let's Get Hairy, we're out of here.
Thank you very much. We'll see you November 22nd.